information society? That's a difficult question because I didn't know we were in the information society.
Wow, nearly drooled everywhere. Good evening everybody and welcome to today's video. Just before I start, let me just pop this lens filter on if you don't mind. Ta-da! Yes, I've been doing this for over 2 years and I've never had a lens filter on looking after the lens. So I finally got the actual lens protected. I'm just going to put this on as well because that stops it from smashing it to bits, as well as like when we're out in the sun. There we go, all good, hopefully I'm still in focus. It is a polarised lens filter, but I don't believe in all that, like how, I don't think you can tell the difference since I just put that on. I think it looks exactly the same. I just want to protect the lens, that's all it is. So like I was saying, welcome to today's video. If you are new to the channel, my name's Lewis. I currently drive a Honda Civic Type R FN2. Thank you for joining me if you've seen any of my other car videos recently, or this might be the first one that you've seen. There is car videos on this channel, I do promise. I just wanted to take a little bit of a different direction in today's video and just have a chat with you guys and talk to you about something that I've been wanting to do for a while actually. I saw it in another quite popular YouTube channel's videos and I think it's a really good idea, not just for me but for you guys if you ever want to achieve certain things in life. So one thing I'm doing today is I'm going to create a goals board basically, so that I've got things that I can see on a daily basis that's going to motivate me and remind me why I'm doing what I'm doing basically. So I'm going to just do a quick run through with you of the things that I've chosen personally to me. There are more than I thought, just because I got a little bit, well, you get excited thinking about things you'd want to accomplish in your life and you start thinking about all these different things, and I just got a bit too excited and I printed loads off. So let's have a run through, shall we? So let's start with more physical things for the car. These are still like a goal for me, not just like, oh, I'm going to buy these here, I'm going to buy these there, because I don't have I'm not in the financial situation to do that at the minute. So the two big goals parts wise that I'd love to get for my car eventually, which I will get for my car eventually, are number one, coilovers. My car is on stock suspension and it has been through the whole 2 years of this channel. And yeah, I think my car looks cool, but then when you're parking next to another FN2 that's either been on lowering springs, which is a good idea if you do want that for lows, but I want it to be like a full setup. I don't want to save and get the best I can get, and I really want the Meister R coilovers for it, so that's going to be my goal for that, because I want good handling, not just lowered. You can get good handling with lowering springs and having like a fast road setup, getting camber adjusted and all that kind of stuff, but I'd want my shocks and my springs to be working well together, so that I want coilovers. That's that. Don't persuade me, it's not going to happen. Next is wheels. That's another thing I've never had, aftermarket wheels ever on a car. I've never had anything modified until I had this car, so they're all firsts. But I really love the 1552 wheels. I just think they're different, they look solid, and I love these two styles. This one's very well known to be on Ken Block's Gymkhana cars, especially the Unicorn. If you haven't seen that, go and have a look at that, that's a pretty cool car. And just get it done in white to go onto mine. I kind of like the idea of running two different wheels as well, front and back, but I'm a nutter, so yeah, they're my parts goals for the car, for big things anyway. Other things like experience wise, something I would really love to do in my lifetime is to go on a rally. I don't mean like off-road rallying, although that does look pretty cool. I mean more a community of people that are all car enthusiasts that go on a few days trip to different locations. You enjoy the roads, you enjoy the nightlife of it as well, you enjoy the company of everybody there, and just enjoy the cars that are on the convoy with you. I'd love to do something like that. This is stuff like Pure Rally I think they do in the UK that goes to other countries. They even do that in the UK as well, so I'd love to do something like that in future when I can afford it. Now, if you do watch this channel already, you'll know that I try to do as much as I can on my car myself. It's quite difficult on my drive because I have a slanted drive and I can't get a jack under it because the drive ends where the car ends, basically at the side of it, so it's difficult. And I do have a shed but it's a wooden shed that's just full of crap, I'm not gonna lie, it needs properly organising. So my like dream is to have like a workshop situation, not so much like a big unit, that'd be amazing, where I could take the car and have a ramp and everything, but that is a big goal. But first I'd rather set something that's more achievable at the minute. I just like to have a nice setup where I can just get to my tools, take something in there and do things with it if I want to, that kind of thing. I mean, obviously having a big space to do that, you'd need a larger house. Now that is a giant frigging house with a big garage, but you want to have something to look at that's quite nice to motivate you. But I just like to have a situation where not only I can park my drive on, but hopefully when Francesca gets a car at some point, she can park hers and it can be safe. So that's a big goal. Talking about cars to park on the drive, what's a car channel and a car guy or a car girl without having a goal car to achieve? Now for me personally, I am a Honda fanboy, I love Hondas. Going through the modified scene, the car scene in general, that's all I've owned, and it's mainly what I know. But the thing I always like to go against the grain. If you've seen my car, you'll see that that's what I'm like. Now I'd love an NSX. I would absolutely love an NSX, and I think the original ones are absolutely beautiful. And they are legends. And that's why everybody would choose that one. But just because of the sheer development from the first one to the newest one, and technology wise, they've still got the same, I feel the same passion with the new one as they have with the old one, down to like putting the newest technology as possible into it. I just think the design of it is like an underrated supercar, and there's something about that and knowing what it actually is capable of that I just really love it. And to have that sat on the drive or just walk into a dealership and see that and be like, I can obtain that, that'd blow my mind. Dream car. Talking of dream cars as well, there's a dream of, this is something I always think about where, say like, if this took off and I did this for a living, or I had a job where I absolutely loved it and it took off, I have a dream of being able to go into a dealership with Francesca and just being like, which one do you want? And just seeing her face light up would absolutely melt me, 100%, because she's a very selfless person, Francesca. She sacrifices a lot of time, especially just for me to do this, and her like list of priorities, especially like with money and stuff, is not to get herself a car at the minute, it's other things. So I'd love to be able to give her that luxury of just be like, hey, just have what you want. And I know she'd love one of these. It's a Jeep Renegade, and I don't think it's a bad looking car. I know it's a Jeep, calm down, but it's different, and you know we like different on this channel. Speaking about this channel, next goal channel wise, 10k. We are going to smash this at some point, 100%. We're already climbing there now. We're already past halfway onto our next 1,000, which will be 3,000. Then it'll keep going, and then eventually we're going to get up to this. I think if we're persistent, if we support each other, if we do this right, and just be honest. That's the main thing with my channel that I've always took pride in, is I'm very honest, and not just things I'm doing in my life and things like that. I mean like in the job I'm doing. If I'm rubbish at it, I'm rubbish at it. If I can't do it, I need help, I tell you I need help. If I'm excited about something that I'm getting, but a lot of people have already got it, I'm still going to be excited about it. And hopefully that relates to you guys and we can keep growing. As well as growing with the channel, I did try a bit back to try and launch this, but it didn't really work. But I think as we grow, there'll be more chance. I'd love to launch our own brand with the channel, and I don't want it just to be just a, oh, here's a logo on a thing, buy it from me. I want it to have a positive, motivating message, and that's one thing that will be key with the branding when that does eventually kick off. If it does eventually kick off, I know it sounds quite materialistic, but just like financial, I won't say stability, because we are stable. I am on like a minimum wage full-time job at the minute, but we're not like going without things that we need, but just to have less worry and enjoy our lives, like with experiences, like we're like on a rally and things like that. But completely aside from money, the main thing, and I think this is, if you gain this, then you are accomplishing life, 100%, and that is to love your job. I don't love my job at the minute, and I'd love to be in a position where I do. If you wake up every morning and your passion that you want to do instead of your job ends up being your job, or your job is like around that, or like around cars or something, then you're already motivated to do everything else you want to do in life because you're waking up and doing what you love. Now, all those aside, I am going to peg them all up at some point. The main thing I wanted to get across for you today is that I find it helpful, and I don't know if you'll find it helpful for yourself, but to have these visual reminders of what you want to achieve in your life, rather than thinking, oh, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, there's no point. There's always point. There's a term that I don't really like, and it's, you ever think about something more realistic. I don't like the term realistic, because I think realistic is something that's not real, trying to be real. But all of these goals that I have spoke about today are real. People have bought those wheels for their cars, people have got supercars, people own a nice house, people have got support, up to having an amazing brand. People love their job. They're all goals that have already been achieved by other people, therefore they're not realistic, they're real. If you've seen somebody else reach this goal, it's real. So I'm going to put these in an order on this pegboard, and it's not going to be realistic goals and non-realistic goals, it's going to be more achievable and less achievable, because they're all achievable. That's what you've got to remember. When you come home from a hard day at work and then you get in your bed, you think, oh, I wish I were doing this, I wish I were doing that, and then you feel guilty for going to sleep because you know you've not done something you needed to do to get you out of the current situation that you're going to wake up to the next day. Use that time. You will have to work 200%. No doubt. It won't just happen. You make your own luck, you make your own future. Come home from what you hate, think about at work, right, I'm going to get this day out of the way, don't let it bother me, because when I get home, I'm going to work on this, and it's going to get me out of there. And that is what I think every day. And that's why sometimes I do come home and I am knackered, and you guys will be knackered. And sometimes you do need your rest. That is very, very important. But if you know that you've got that little bit, like 1 or 2 hours left in you, and you can get back up and you can sit at your desk, or you can go downstairs, go to another room and work on what you love, whatever it is, it's one day sooner it happening. And hopefully you take something from that. And I hope that this video's hopefully got you a bit more fired up about it and about your future as well. If you did enjoy this video, or if you enjoy any of my videos, please like and subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button so that it reminds you when a fresh video comes on. Share as well if you can. Liking, you might not realise, but liking videos does spread the video about as well for other like-minded people that like them type of videos, so that really, really does help if you click a like button. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. And until next time, like you always say, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
You